I was just laughing with my cousin Aisha about her experience at one of those wild data-generating lottery pop-ups in Nova City some years ago, before they banned them. I'm considering studying them. After the ban, they upped the age for personal data control to 21, which got me to thinking about how I felt when I became responsible for my personal data. For my birthday, my cousin Aisha, a data engineer, gave me a crash course in power using the ubiquitous DataMine app to take control of my digital identity and earnings. She said she couldn't let her cousin be living a on-default life. I gotta admit, it was eye-opening to peer behind the curtain of this core piece of Nova's AI operating system for the first time. We met up over a plate of tacos on her apartment building's rooftop. She didn't wait for me to dig into the spread before firing up the colorful DataMine app and giving me a grand tour of the advanced settings. With a few taps, my personal profile materialized. A wild 3D kaleidoscope of icons and data visualizations mapping every strand of private information that Nova's ravenous AI systems have woven together about my digital life. Online footprints, biomarkers, you name it. Aisha said they'd probably been quietly aggregating it all since I was born. But the Data Ownership, Privacy and Monetization Act of 2030 enacted new rights for privacy and monetization of personally generated data. From there, she walked me through advanced settings for my AI assistant to actually manage and monetize access to these different data streams. A toggle here could cut off my location tracking from commercial marketing AIs. Another slider allowed me to sell snippets of my social media sentiment analysis for fractional microcredits. The depth was dizzying. I could barricade email content, fitness stats, even my internet browsing habits from various prying AIs, or opt in to share for compensation, calibrated along sliders based on relative privacy value and market demand for each data type. A predictive earnings calculator gave me a snapshot of optimal data monetization strategies based on my personal profile. And it was here that Aisha directed me to the most advanced add-ons that would minimize known discriminatory assessments and certain forms of front-running market trades. The key is diversifying your revenue streams and defending what's most sacred, I remember her saying. The point was to make my AI assistant more savvy in my data trade while being more sensitive about my privacy. Maybe I should back up and explain just how vital DataMine is to the whole Nova City system, because we tend to take it for granted until issues pop up. The app is basically the core nervous system running this entire AI-driven smart city. Nova's crazy advanced urban operating system? DataMine is what lets it tap into and integrate data on every single citizen. All our digital footprints, biodata, you name it. That uber-intelligent AI has modeled shockingly high-fidelity profiles for each of us based on all the info DataMine harvests. And here's the key thing. That private citizen data isn't just a one-way flow getting vacuumed up. Nope, DataMine actually cycles it back to us via blockchain, letting us manage and even monetize access to those data streams if we want. Talk about turning the tables on big tech's old free-for-all. When I understood how they used to monetize data, I see why certain political groups are still upset about this arrangement. Anyway, using DataMine's sleek interface, we can get granular about what personal info we share, restrict, or flat-out sell to the AI utilities, advertisers, whoever. I'm talking duration controls, sample rates, entity permissioning. We're like data brokers now with our personal AI assistants. For young Nova citizens like me, learning to strategize our DataMine profiles is practically a coming-of-age ritual these days. Getting skilled at your personal data asset management is just part of becoming an adult here. You know, the more I think about DataMine myself, the more I can't shake this nagging tension. Is Nova's whole model of personal data transactions through that AI system actually a step towards empowering people with digital sovereignty? Or is it something way more insidious still going on under the surface? On one hand, having all that transparency into exactly how our data gets used and getting to call the shots on sharing or not. That's miles ahead of how things were. But then I remember, oh yeah, Nova's overarching AI platform is the all-powerful dealer still running this whole data economy poker game. We may get fancy new chips to push around, but the house AI always wins in the end. Creepy higher intelligences will never fully grasp our strip mining and tokenizing our existence. And let's keep it 100. For a lot of people, especially those already struggling, is the choice to share personal data transparently for income really a free choice at all? When you're coerced by economic pressures to voluntarily dole out biometrics, location histories, and your whole digital trail just to help make do. Feels like an uneven trade reinforcing asymmetries in privacy, security, and human autonomy if you ask me. I don't know. Maybe digital sovereignty will prove liberating in the long run. It may be just beginning.